So I just washed my hands before I stick my fingers down my throat and make myself throw up. But there are some issues going on with this makeup. So I want to document this before I go and start praying to the porcelain god. So I just ate a freaking raw chicken sandwich. Oh, hey guys, it's me, Christina Marie. In this video today, we're going to actually be testing out a face massager. Yeah, you guys know me. I love my face massagers, right? Well, this is combining these two in one. So we're going to be testing out this new face massager. And I also ordered some Amazon makeup. Yeah, like company I've never heard of. Went online, saw the reviews. It was good reviews. You guys see the confetti inside of it, the glitter. Look at that. It was really, really darling. And so I thought, hey, you know what? I want to try some companies that I've never heard of. I might as well try it. It got really good reviews. So I'm going to be trying that in this video. And we're doing some long wear makeup. Yes, I don't know if you guys saw me review this one here, the CoverGirl Outlast Extreme Powder Wear. And I did get the CoverGirl Outlast All Day Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation. So I am wearing that right now. You're going to see me apply it. What do I think of the coverage? Did it cover or not? So why can't I talk today? We're also doing check-ins throughout the day. So, you know, we're going to test this. We're going to see, is it really an all-day wear? I love long wearing makeup. You guys know me. We're trying some new setting sprays, new lipstick, new oils as well. So we're trying a bunch of new products. And the other long wear is this Revlon Color Stay Brow Kit. It has a wax and a powder. That's what I'm wearing in my eyebrows. I don't know if you noticed that they do look fabulous. They look a whole lot more full than they are. So we're trying out a bunch of new products in this video. Hopefully you guys like this. If you do, let me know in the comment section what was your favorite thing. But let's go ahead and just roll on over to that video right now. The L Plus W Bio Phoenix Rose Quartz Vibrating Facial Massager. And if you guys know me, I love facial massagers. This is my all-time favorite one, right? So you can cleanse your face, you can put a cream on it, it vibrates in different speeds, different intensities, different patterns, and then of course the traditional jade roller, which I love this. This is by eTools as well. It helps drain your lymphatic system, helping your face look more slender, and helps bring blood flow up to the top of your skin. Well, so does this one too, because it has the vibration. So these two is like this in one, because it's a quartz right there, flat, and it vibrates at the same time. So does it work? Is it good for you? I don't know. All I know is, like, I am really enjoying this quartz massager right now, because I don't know if you have ever purchased these, but these are amazing. And they get cold when you just lay them around. Like, I leave this right by my shower and I lay it around and it gets cold. So like when you have that, that heat, you know, I don't know about you guys, but I'm like perimenopausal with hot flashes. And so like, it's just so soothing. And especially, guys, if you guys have like puffiness under the eyes, the coldness is just so soothing. The fact that you can roll it down to kind of like take down any swelling or anything, I need that. You know, when God wants to close up shop down there, he heats everything up in your body. And that's why I sweat all the time, and why I'm doing this video out of the shower in my bra. Anyways, let's go ahead and open this up. This is what it looks like. Ooh, the packaging is impressive. I will say that. I love when companies take that little extra step to make the packaging nice. First, it brings the blood flow up to the top layer of the skin, helping with the fine lines and wrinkles. And it drains your lymphatic system. That's why I was saying, I feel like it's these two in one. Let's go ahead and open it up. So let's go ahead and open this up.
2 very boring minutes later.
Does it come with batteries? It does not come with batteries, so hold 1 minute. I'm just going to remove the battery from this one and put it in this one. I hate when they don't come with batteries. It would be nice to come with batteries, but I also understand why they don't. Okay, I put the battery in, but now how do you turn this sucker on? Okay, so I figured it out, and a lot of people are going to be confused with this whole like design. Okay, so you saw how I turned it and I pushed it all the way on, right? So I twisted, here's the bottom, and I twisted it all the way on, right? So you twist it and make sure that it's tight, right? But then again, like you have to make it so tight, and then you have to gently move the bottom of it, this bottom portion, and see, they want to come off together. So let's make it tight again, make it super tight, and then gently, if this makes sense. So this portion here is what makes it tight, and then this portion here is what turns it on. So stupid, such a stupid design like that, because when I want to turn it on, it wants to open. So you just make sure that you squeeze it really, really tight and then gently squeeze it back. Can you hear that? Okay, so let's turn it off for now. You guys earlier that this is a dupe, but it's really not a dupe. This is the Breely Hyaluronic Acid Moisturizer. It's 50% essence, 50% oil. I love this. It's a very, very similar to the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Deep Dive Collagen Super Serum. Very similar, because that's what it looks like. You can see, like, you have to mix them. The only difference is this one has collagen, this doesn't. But the consistency, the way it feels, everything is very, very similar. So if you, let's see, look what happens when you stir it. Yeah. If you like the Tarte Rainforest by the Sea, how it feels on the skin, you'll love this one. This one's so much cheaper, but also do understand it doesn't have collagen. You see how it's really runny like that? But it's super lightweight on the skin. And if you live in a climate where it's like, where it's humid, if you have any humidity in the air, this hyaluronic acid grabs the humidity out of the air, you could say, and then it places it in your skin, which means it plumps your skin. Yes. A hyaluronic acid holds 100 times its own weight. And so you will very much benefit. I don't benefit as much. I actually don't benefit hardly any, because I'm in Vegas and we are a very, very dry climate. But if you do this when you're getting out of the shower or in the shower, like you know, you're still in the steam, it will grab it. So let's go ahead and turn this on and see what it feels like. Well, I will say I do love that it's cold. And, you know, a lot of times you feel the vibration just in you feel the vibration very strongly here. But you do feel it in this portion. A lot of times some devices, like the vibration will be more on the base than it will actually at the tip. That's not how this one is. The tip is it vibrates very much, but I would actually say that they both vibrate about the same. The tip and the middle of this that I'm holding. But this feels great, actually. So you see how I put that essence on my face, that serum oil, the moisturizing oil, because what I want is I want it to slide. Anytime that you do something like this, you want it to slide on the face. You don't want to pull, and you don't want to create wrinkles by pulling. Okay, so the vibration's it's like more intense in my hand, but it feels great. It's not more intense in my hand, it's intense in my hand. It's like holding a vibrator, obviously. But you do feel it on the quartz, and the quartz is lovely, lovely, super smooth. Let me see how it feels in the lymphatic system. Draining the lymphatic system. You guys can hear it as I lay it down. The thunder. Okay, so this feels good, guys. So right here, like, so you come and right here behind the ear, straight down, that's gonna drain a lot. If you want to like make your neck more snatched, you will bring it back and go down. So what you're taking is that fat and liquid, and you're pushing it down. Sometimes you can actually feel the drainage throughout your sinuses when you do this. And then you go down. This is a great way to just kind of make everything look more slim. But this one, I will say this is amazing. I could even see putting this in the refrigerator and pulling it out and using it. This is nice, guys, nice. Very, very smooth. Kind of just runs and glides. Look at that. Super lovely. Okay, so I ordered some makeup off of Amazon, right? So I wanted to get something that was relatively inexpensive, but that got great reviews. So I got this mild tulip, right? It's really, really, really super cute packaging. They took it to like the next level with this really cute packaging. But sometimes these companies on Amazon don't get really good traffic, I guess you could say, because nobody's heard of them. This is by Luxaza, right? And that is what it looks like. But I will say the one thing that I'm like, is that there's no matte in here. They're all shimmer. So I guess we're going to try an all shimmer eye and see what it looks like. My absolute must have go-to is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Eden. It's very, very light. If you don't if you don't like the primer potions or the eyeshadow primers that have color, they also have this Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Anti-Aging, which has no color. The reason that I have to wear this is, as I was mentioning, the sweaty hot flashes, or just if you live in humid weather, like your eyeshadow will crease if you get any moisture, any oil on your eye. And when you put something like this on your eye, what it does is it stops everything from budging and moving. So it literally like sets your eye shadow, it sets your eye base to just stay put all day long. And I do love that. If you want your eyeshadows to always go on beautifully with not being patchy or streaky or anything, just set your eyeshadow primer or your foundation that you put on your eyes and then go over it, because the powder actually helps everything glide better. This is just the Kylie banana powder, or sorry, yellow powder, and this is the Beauty Blender puff pad, which is amazing. I love this puff pad. You stick your finger and you can pat like this, or you can go on top and go like this. And I also do use the other side sometimes for, I don't know, whatever. Okay, so I will say that the eyeshadows performed very, very well with my brush, and I used a lot of them, all shimmery. You guys can see the shades right here, and they were, I was very happy because they were actually very pigmented. Look at this. Yes, they're very powder filling, but they're very pigmented. Look at that. So hats off to that company who created this palette right here, which is adorable. I just wish that there was a matte, because I don't like my whole eye look to be all shiny. Okay, I want to show you guys this hack if you're around my age, or even if you just suffer with putting eyeliner on. So this is the new thing I do. So I've noticed as I've gotten older that my eyelids, they're not as like up as they used to be, right? So I notice like I have more skin here. Even if you have hooded eyes or just struggle with your eyeliner, this is the best tip. Okay, so they used to be more up, and I feel like one is a little bit more down than the other. So when I put my eyeliner on, I'm always spending so much time doing it, and I screw it up, and one looks different than the other. So what I will do is I will take a fine pointed brush, right? And I will get a dark, I mean, you could do brown if you're wearing brown eyeshadow. I'm doing black eyeshadow right here, just an eyeshadow, right? Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look directly at you, right? I'm going to have a mirror right here. So I'm looking directly at you, right? Straight. And you're going to just, with your eyeshadow. And the reason you're using an eyeshadow is because if you screw up, an eyeshadow blends and eyeliner doesn't. So you're looking straight ahead, and then you're going to go from the corner, and you're going to go straight up right here and just like pat a line. And then look, is that where you want your liner? I know it's very subtle on camera, right? Because I don't want it, you don't want to do it too dark. So I'm looking straight ahead. And a lot of people won't want to do this. Don't do that. Just look straight ahead and just take it up a straight line to where you can see it. So you can see that line right here. Very, very subtle. That means when I look straight forward that you're going to be able to see my eyeliner, right? Unlike if I did it like this and I went straight over, look, you wouldn't be able to see it. And then it would have that fold and enhance my eyelid. So this way, that's what you do, right? And then what you're going to do is you're going to take the eyeshadow and just, you see that line? That's all you're going to do. Now that's what my eyeliner is going to look like. And it's almost like you're just going to trace right on top of that. What do I mean almost like? I'm actually just going to trace on top of that. So I'm going to take this eyeliner by Dragon Liner. I'm just going to go right on top of that. And there you go. So now when I look straight forward, you can still see the wing. It's just not dragging my eye down. See? It's a way to get a perfect wing every time that you know other people are going to be able to see. Look at that. Honestly, one of my favorite lashes that I found nowadays is the Ardell Professional Naked Lashes. It says blend seamlessly with Invisiband, right? These are so beautiful. They're very, very natural looking with that extra, just a little bit of pop. And let me show you guys real quick. So I have it on my applicator here. I love these applicators. You guys know this. I've talked about these for nearly 12 years. So all you do is just put it on the applicator, put some glue on it. Well, bam, done, right? So if you feel like, oh, they're too up, you just get your little tweezers, which these are brand new. I found them recently to be one of my favorites. Mani Kadar Beauty. Super, super finely pointed. You can do it with a regular tweezer, but you can just go and readjust if you feel like they're too up or you placed them down wrong. And you can take these tweezers and go sideways and really pinch your lash and that lash together. They're so natural with just that extra pop. And they have so many different, like the lashes are not just one straight line. They have so many like variations in the actual lash itself. So they're like fluttery. Okay, so you guys can see how freckled I am. We're going to go ahead and jump on over to this CoverGirl Outlast All Day Stay Fabulous Broad Spectrum 20 SPF 3-in-1 foundation. Why is it a 3-in-1 foundation? It just says stay all day and sunscreen. Why is it 3-in-1? It says lasting power of primer, coverage of a concealer, and blendable of a foundation in one. Shine free. Awesome. I'm going to try this one. Let's see if I actually like the liquid. Oh, well, the first one came out like super runny. Okay, so is it supposed to be that runny? Hold on, guys. Let me wipe this off. Let me shake this up. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. I don't think it's supposed to be that watery. Let me see. Let me take a few. Oh, yeah. So you see it's a total different consistency. It just needed to be shooken up a little bit. There we go. There, it's not as runny. So we got 2 pumps here. Let's go ahead and put it on the face and see what we think. Wow. And you guys can see I have so many sunspots from being in the sun. Wow. It matches my color. And I have no concealer on. Super impressed. Super, super. Okay, and I'm going to set it with the Everyday Vacay powder in coconut. This is coconut setting powder, which is so cool. Everyday Vacay. Because I'm definitely not going to set it with this. This is just no. No, no, no. And this powder has a very, very light fragrance of coconut. Very super light. I don't know about you guys, but I actually love wearing, I know having fragrance in makeup is not the best thing, but it makes me enjoy the experience more. Like the more powder I had putting on through my face, I smell that coconut more. And it's just like a relaxing, it just makes it more fun for me to have a fragrance that I'm putting on my face. If you guys notice, I put a little bit of matte in my eye area because It's just a little bit too shiny for me. I'm going to contour my face here with this is obviously one of my favorite palettes because I kind of put this is how I do it. So I pat and then I use the mirror to kind of push it into the brush more. All the time. My mirrors are always dirty because I always do that. If you don't want fallout, just push and then pat it into the top of the palette right there and you won't have that fallout. So this is the Tarte Face Shaping Palette. It's a clay palette. And this is my go-to bronzer. So this is one reason that I don't like to put shimmer throughout the whole eye or up here is because do you see this mole right here that I have? I have one right here, obviously, but I have one right here too. And you see how you notice it more because the light reflects off of it. This is the Profusion blush. Obviously I've had this for a minute and I use it all the time. Very, very cheap blush, like price wise, but really good quality. And for this look, I think I'm gonna go with pink. I almost feel like with this blush, I don't even need a highlighter because look how beautiful. It has that like sheen, that shine. Look at that, beautiful. Now to stick with the whole CoverGirl thing, we're gonna do the CoverGirl True Blend Super Stunning Palette. This is a highlighter palette that I use. I reviewed this, I think like 2 weeks ago. Absolutely gorgeous. This is one of those two like palettes that I grab for, I notice all the time. Look at this. Like so super soft. Look at this, blendable, like just gorgeous. And just look at this. See what I'm talking about? It's just freaking gorgeous. Can you see the shine that it brings? And it kind of just melts into the skin. That's why I like using a thicker, more dense brush for my highlighter, because I feel like I can push it into my foundation. Okay, so let's go ahead and try the Revlon Color Stay Brow Tint. This is in 102 Dark Brown. Since we're going with like color stay, long wear, outlast, you know, stuff like that, might as well try it since we're going to be testing this foundation anyways. So let's go ahead. This says up to 24 hours. Wow. Now this has a wax and a color, and it comes with a tiny little spoolie and a tiny, tiny little angled brush. Actually, a double-sided angled brush, which is kind of cute. Now, just FYI, guys, I never use wax or pomade. Well, actually, I can't say that. I use pencils, and that's wax. Okay, there's the wax. Now let's flip it over and do the brown powder. And I do think because the brush is not super pointed, slender, a little bit harder for me to get that straight line that I like. I'm gonna tap and stroke. Not too shabby. Now let's get this little spoolie. I will say that they look fuller than normal. The brows look great, guys. I just am not used to them looking so super full like this. They do look very, very full. I can imagine if you have thin brows, how your brows are just gonna look so much better because they're gonna look like they're more fluffy, more hair. I think it looks good. Okay, so for the lip color, I'm gonna do this Duo Chromatic NYX Professional Makeup in color Fair Play. Look at this. So a duochrome, it kind of like has multiple colors, changes colors depending on like the angle you turn. And I'm going to be lining my lips with the Wet n Wild Lay Down the Mauves. What a beautiful color. Look at that. So it looks pink. I blend it out like that and it gets the reflectance of gold. This is probably my favorite color that I've found in a duochrome lipstick. Lip gloss. Like just kind of blend my lip liner, the edges, into it a little bit. Gorgeous, gorgeous color. To make sure that you don't put that lip color, the lip liner, into it, I always wipe off the wand and then I will put it back in. Beautiful, beautiful color. Hey, I picked this up. This is the OC. It's Sea Mineral Mist, right? And I was like, what is this? Then I read the back and it says Natural Perfect Hydrator. Balances and smooth skin with the supercharged toning mist. Nutrient rich seaweed. Visibly evens the skin tone with aloe nourishes, while aloe nourishes skin drenched skin. And I was like, okay. But then if you read the directions say spray gently, spritz to set and refresh makeup. So you're telling me you're a setting spray. So let's open this up. I do love the packaging. Looks, seaweed looks good on you. I love when companies just kind of spruce up their packaging a little bit more. This is clean, vegan, cruelty-free, gluten-free, and made in California. Made in California. You guys know me. I'm going to try to support jobs here in the United States because I feel like jobs need to come back. This is probably the most expensive toner I've ever gotten. Not toner, setting spray. Look at this. This is like real glass, like super heavy duty. Look at the presentation of this bad boy. Like, wow. Okay, so let's see the mister though. Okay, I could do that. That sprays nice. It doesn't really have a smell though. No, it's like odorless, guys. Okay, when you set your sunscreen like that, I always take a damp beauty blender and I will bounce it on top of the makeup to kind of make sure that that setting spray really adheres. And a lot of times I will take this, the setting spray, spritz my blender, make sure it's not too wet, right? And then especially under the eye area, it just kind of like rejuvenates that under eye area to make it hydrated again so that it's not, so your makeup is not too cakey looking with all that powder that we put on our face. So let me get dressed. I will be right back. Okay guys, so what did you think, honestly? Like this eyeshadow palette, I love that they're all powdery and pigmented. I just didn't like that they don't have any matte. So I put a little bit of matte in the corner because I don't like it so super shiny. This, I love this. This is going to be my new favorites to go to when I'm just laying there and I want to massage, or I'm in the shower and I'm trying to get my lymphatic system to drain. I don't know if you guys noticed. I mean, I know I contoured my jawline and that's why it's darker. But I think, I don't know, you guys let me know. I think that by me draining my lymphatic system earlier, that my chin is not as like that, like it was. I think it's more tight, or it's less puffy, not more tight, less puffy. Foundation, I'll see you guys throughout the day, let you guys know whether this works or not. I do think my eyebrows look really, really, really good, honestly. Like they look so full, like I don't have any bald spots, but will they rub off? I don't know. So I'm going to be checking in throughout the day. This is a new setting spray. and has no fragrance. I liked it. Love the mist. I think the packaging and everything is just like on point. And I love this CoverGirl True Blend highlighter palette. Love. Enough about the products. Let's go ahead and just test them now. I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, so I'm sitting in my car. I'm getting Zumi from school. You can see the makeup, the eyebrows, they haven't budged. I started producing some oils, like especially in my nose and stuff, so I thought I would wipe it down. Looks good so far. So I have just a McDonald's napkin that I opened up, so it will be one ply. And let's just push it down and see how much oil is actually gonna come up. So a good amount of oil came off my face. Let me look in the mirror. Normally the crease comes up, but the side of my nose, literally right here and right here, came up. Let me zoom you guys close. Okay, so you can see how it came up right there. And you can see how it came up right here. Gathering right here in the corner, that's normal. A lot of makeups, they do that. They gather in the corner right there. But here's a close-up shot. So honestly, I would say for as many hours as it's been, it's pretty good, you know? I mean, I have the little creases from my sunglasses right here, and those came up on the side, but everything else is down. You don't see all those age spots on my skin still. So the eyebrows are still in place. Do they transfer onto your finger when you rub them? Let's see. Let me try that again. Let me try the other one. I don't know. No, not really. Might get a slight tint. No, not really. I almost feel like my fingers are dirty. Let me see. Maybe just a slight tint. But the makeup is down and in place. It hasn't budged besides those two spots. But that is where I get the most oiliest, right there. So we just got back. I got Zumi from school. We stopped off at Church's Chicken. Let me just show you. Church's Chicken right here. You see the address on there? Yeah. You see the general manager name? James Mill? Yeah. So here I am eating the new crunchy chicken sandwich with my daughter because she's hungry. And she finishes hers. She's about to finish hers. She had like 2 bites left. And I looked down at mine because I ate all the outside first. And I'm eating it. Eating it, right? Look down at mine only because there was a difference in texture. I was like, oh, the texture, it wasn't that, you know, where you bite through and you feel it. It was more like, I guess, firm or just different texture. Look down at my texture and my sandwich, and the whole middle part that I didn't eat, half of it's pink and half of it's cooked. So I just ate a freaking raw chicken sandwich. Oh, but the lobby's closed, I guess, because they're cleaning, right? So I knock on the door and I ask the guy to come over, and he's like, yeah, James Mill. Yeah, James Mill. And I said, I ordered this sandwich and half of it is not cooked. And I showed him the sandwich and he looks at it and he was like, that's cooked. And I was like, half of it's white and half of it's pink. And then I tore it apart, and then he was like, that's cooked. And I'm like, no, this is not cooked. Can I do a complaint? Can I write a complaint? Because I do not want to get salmonella poisoning and have all these medical bills for going to the doctor if I get too sick, because I just ate raw chicken. And I don't know how much raw chicken I ate because I wasn't checking the sandwich as I was eating it. So he grabs it from me and he tears it apart. He goes, that's cooked. And I was like, sir, that is not cooked. Obviously that is not cooked. And he was like, crumbles it into a ball, and he says, well, you're not going to get sick for 48 hours. So if you get sick, you can just come back here. And I said, no, can I write a formal complaint? He's like, no, you're fine. That's cooked. I cooked your sandwich and your daughter's sandwich at the same time, and she finished hers, and it was fine. I said, yeah, but mine is not. And he was like, well, you could just come back here. And I was like, can I please write this down on a formal complaint? And I know this is long, a story, and you don't want to hear me rant, but I'm ranting. Okay? And he says, no. And I said, you know, legally, you are liable for this because you gave me raw chicken to eat. And then I said, because you guys know I took that insurance class, you know, and I said, you know, I'm in insurance and you are liable for this. And he was like, oh, so this is something, oh, so you're trying to get a lawsuit against me. Oh, well, you know, I'm not going to stand here and argue with you, lady. You know, you just want to argue. And I'm like, no, I want to write a formal complaint. And then he said, so he starts closing the door. And I said, well, I'll just take this up with corporate. What's your name? And I said, what's your name? And then he repeated it. And yeah, his name is James Mill. He is the GM. I called corporate. He owns this location on 7925 South Rainbow Boulevard, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89139. Yeah. He freaking just closed the door. No big deal. You know what? Your fault, not mine kind of attitude. And so ridiculous. So I'm going to put this foundation to the test and these eyebrows, all this makeup, because I'm literally going to go to the restroom and force myself to throw up, because I would rather force myself to throw up than getting food poisoning later and getting super sick, which is absurd. So you know what? Keeping it real with you guys, never go to this Church's Chicken. Like, never go here, because this guy who owns the place is ridiculously rude. And he also served me half raw chicken and didn't even take the responsibility or apologize or anything for it. Just told me I was arguing when I was being super nice. And I called corporate. Corporate says, oh, well, I'll send the complaint to him. And I'm like, that's the guy I just spoke with. So what are they going to do? Just document it in their notes that he was rude and served me a freaking half-baked chicken sandwich, half-cooked fried chicken sandwich. Anyways, guys, had a vent. So I'm going to go in and puke my brains out. And then when I puke, I sweat tremendously. So this is going to be the ultimate test for this foundation. I'll see you guys in a bit. Just to make sure that all of this chicken that I ordered, I'm going to microwave it to make sure that it's thoroughly cooked. You guys tell me, what are you supposed to do if you eat raw chicken? Are you supposed to throw up? Are you not supposed to throw up? I don't know. So here I go, praying to the porcelain god. Okay, done. I got the majority of it out. I know there's that last bit. But I think that it was mostly the center that wasn't cooked. Ugh. I don't know if you guys are good thrower-uppers. I'm not a good thrower-upper. So I didn't touch my face besides what I'm doing now. And we'll check in later. Oh yeah, excuse the bra in the background. It's right here. Right? And then you see it here. I don't think that was from eating the sandwich, because then you got it over here as well. But then it looks like it's weird on the chin. Like, look, you see this line? And then you see this line? That's not a shadow. Look, that's actually the makeup. Right there. We're not going to pay attention to this, because when you're biting down, you can do that. But this line, you see it more right here, is not from me eating a chicken sandwich. The eyebrows look great. So if I touch them, that's what you get. It actually just looks like a little bit of wax that comes off. But they're in place and they're staying still. Okay, so I'm in the car now. You guys can see my makeup. I took a little power nap. We are going to the chiropractor because Eric's back is hurting. So we're going to get him adjusted and me adjusted. And I don't know if you guys know, when you get adjusted, you have to like face plant on this on the table, and it has the paper right there. So let's see how much actually removes when I face plant, or how much oil transfers onto that paper that they have. You know, they replace the paper, so it's new paper every time you put your face down because of Corona, and it's just sanitary. So let's see when I'm done. I didn't even take this into consideration. I don't know why I didn't think about this, but look, that makeup that came off in my nose is because of the mask, because it's pinched right there and it goes, literally touches my nose. And then here it touches my chin. So, and then I sweat underneath. So that liftage is not too bad considering I forgot I was wearing a mask earlier. There's Eric stretching. We are at the Joint Chiropractor. $69 a month. For 4 visits is pretty good. We come see Dr. Yang over here on the South Rainbow location. He's really, really good. Oh, and Dr. Brim too on the Blue Diamond location. It's amazing as well. Okay, so you can see that I am a mess. I'm sweaty. Wearing that mask is just like, ugh, just a pain. And I don't know why I didn't think about that earlier. I guess because I'm so accustomed to having to put on the mask nowadays. I forgot I put it on. That's more than likely why it came off. So let me just go ahead and use, let me get this tissue that I have here. The 1-ply Scott toilet paper and just kind of take off the sweat. And then I'm going to go in with a blotting paper to get the oil off my face. So here is the blotting paper, and you can see it, so it turns like transparent almost when it starts removing those oils, especially my nose. So you see when I say it starts turning transparent? Yep. Oh, so you can see the cheek area has a lot of oil. Okay, obviously there are those complications that I showed you guys earlier where it looks streaky, the little areas and stuff. But considering I was wearing a mask, I would honestly say that it's a pretty good product. You know, is it the absolute best? No. Is something going to rub off your face if you have a mask on? Yeah. But to have this much on my face still is a plus. But obviously, I don't know if you can tell, the whole top of my nose is off and the sides. But everything else is pretty much still down besides those little spots and stuff. So I actually would approve this. I think that you should use it with a very, very light moisturizer underneath. And I had more of a little bit of a heavier moisturizer because I had just a few pinches of this, which is the really hyaluronic acid moisturizer oil. So I put my serum, my moisturizer, and just a pinch of this on. So I would honestly say that it's probably going to last longer if you don't have like an oil underneath. If you have a very, very light moisturizer, I do love this. I think it is amazing, guys. And I think I'm going to actually close out the video for now. Considering I've been wearing it for this many hours, I think that it is a good product. Am I impressed? Yeah, because I had a mask on that I forgot I had a mask, and I threw up in the toilet earlier and I got really sick, and when I throw up I sweat, and I sweat under my mask also, and I sweat when I go outside because we're living in the desert and it's hot. It's Vegas. But what do you guys think? I think my makeup for being this long later looks pretty darn good. I'm surprised. I just noticed that my lash was kind of popping off right there, and that's probably because I was tearing up as I'm puking chicken. So I guess that's a word of advice. If you ever eat raw chicken, just go to the restroom and hug the porcelain god and get it all out, and you'll feel better. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I love all of these products, actually. I don't think there's one that I was disappointed in at all, which is a great video. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button, little subscribe button, and the tiny little bell next to it for notifications of new videos. Oh, and we went to the chiropractor, guys, where you completely smush your face. Dr. Yang is awesome. If you guys are looking for a chiropractor, I would recommend him, or Dr. Brim on Blue Diamond, only on Saturday. Anyways, please give this video once again a thumbs up. Bless you all. Thank you. God bless all of you guys. I love when you guys comment. I love that you guys give this video a thumbs up. I try to respond to all my videos. I try to respond to all my comments. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and just roll on over to the quote of the day. I'm Christina Marie. I'm out. Bye.